What's up, fight fans? Mr. Mustache here. All right, Charles Oliveira defeats Michael Chandler by decision in a fight where it's crazy how you can dominate most of the fight, but like your opponent's still in it, like the entire time. And like it just shows Michael Chandler's a fucking dog. Dude was down 4 rounds to none, going into the fifth, still in it, still dangerous, still power in his hands, and still looking for the finish, right? Almost found it. Dropped Oliveira. I don't know why he followed up on the ground for the ground and pound. Like, you put yourself in a position for Oliveira to stall you, to stall the damage, and to survive and to recover, which is exactly kind of what happened. Where Chandler was able to steal the round, but he was not able to get the victory. We saw a much more measured Chandler in this fight, but I think a lot of that had to do with him understanding that he cut himself down. He ballooned up before that Conor McGregor fight and got himself back down to 155. I know he looked good, but that affected him. It affected his cardio. It showed. He looked, I don't want to say he looked 38, but he looked older. You could tell he just wasn't able to move the exact same way that he liked to. And you saw it in his face. He was like, fuck. Charles is big. He's long. And you could see Chandler. He was struggling to get in. And just those bladed strikes. I mean, Charles, he fights so bladed, so well. Dynamic. Those fucking teep kicks are so dangerous. But he was just able to, Charles was just able to just take the fight where he wanted to take it throughout, where Chandler was just dangerous, explosive himself, right? A little bit more measured. You saw him be a little bit more precise, except some positions. But, in that fifth round, you saw how good that fucking commentary. I don't like to shit on Joe all that much. He's a legend. But, man, that commentary was fucked. UFC 309. I mean, they were just, you could tell they just went for one guy and one guy only. And that was pretty frustrating to see. It makes it hard for when people who don't necessarily, who are trying to learn the sport, who don't always know what they're watching, when you're not pointing out a single positive from the opponent, it's kind of hard to see. It's kind of hard to know what you're looking at if you're not a fully educated consumer, watcher. I don't know if that's the right word. But I was not a fan of the commentary. But Chandler still somehow looked good in defeat, was able to keep his stock up. But, it was at 4 out of 5 now for him that he's lost. Oliveira just put himself, he gets the next title shot after Sarukian and Islam, 100%. Fuck it, Charles Oliveira, man, he's just a killer. Dude, Bronx, the champ has a name. The guy's good, man. He's so fucking good. And it's so crazy, too, because I was watching old fights of his, and just his old featherweight days, where Pettis, Holloway, he was known for quitting the Cub Swanson fight. And just to see the turnaround of Charles Oliveira has just been so cool. Inspiring to see. He will not be denied. You just saw, I think it wasn't the Nick Lentz fight. It was the Tamer fight, the David Tamer fight, where you just see the switch flip, where he's like, I'm not going to fucking lose anymore. And he just went on that run and just fucked dudes up. It's crazy. Next with Chandler, we still got the McGregor fight, I guess. I know Hooker called for that rematch, but I think Hooker needs to fight up. The Poirier rematch is there. I don't know. Because, if he wants to stay in it, you want to stay away from guys like Kanato Moicano. You want to stay away from the Jalen Turners. But you got Patty Pimblett, who's there. You got, who just fucking re-entered 15? Grant Dawson, you're fucking there. But great fight, man. Legendary fight, back and forth. It's crazy how you can be down 4 rounds to none, but still in the fight. Still right in the fight. Like, yeah, I've lost 4 fucking rounds, but I'm still beating your fucking ass. You're feeling everything. So that, even though he was out, he was still in. I don't know. Great fight. Great card. Commentary blew ass. But, yeah, I don't know. Guys, I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. What's next for Oliveira? What's next for Chandler? I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. But that's what we do for today, guys. Mr. Mustache, MMA News out. Let's fucking go, fight fans.